Okay, I'm back with part 2 of the Master Blaster versus the leaf blower. As you can see by the configuration this time, I got the leaf blower by itself, and I got 2 Master Blasters set up into a double barrel type configuration. And you know, both of the Master Blasters are 8 horsepower apiece. That's peak horsepower. So that totals out to be 16 peak horsepower versus this one motor leaf blower. And the surprising thing here is the leaf blower puts out really close to the same amount of power or wind velocity as 2 Master Blasters put together. So that kind of defeats the argument that I had with some of the replies that I got on part 1 that said that, you know, the Master Blaster was losing air through the leaf blower, and I replied that the leaf blower also was losing air through the Master Blaster, so it should have been even. One guy said, well, you know, it's got a sponge in the back of the Master Blaster that's act as a check valve. Well, that sponge is not a one-way sponge. Air can go through that sponge both directions, so it's not a check valve. But anyway, guy sold me this thing almost brand new. I think he used it once off Craigslist for $200 and throw it in sidekick blaster for, you know, it's $79, $80 on Amazon. He threw that in for free, so I couldn't that was a deal I couldn't refuse, so I jumped on that for $200. But anyway, I'm gonna run the test. As you can see, got the block set up right there. It's got lines on the ground that shows it's 7 feet away from the Master Blaster. So let's run the test and see if she knock it over. Let's turn it on low first, and then I'm gonna turn it on high. So here we go. Alright, as you can see, it knocked the block over from 7 feet away. Alright, let's check out the leaf blower. See if it'll do the same thing. 7 feet away. Here we go. As you can see, it knocked it over from 7 feet away. Now that's a leaf blower that did the same thing as 2 Master Blasters. I mean, come on. I still got people want to argue with that. Alright, let's back it up just a little more. See if extra 6 inches will make a difference. Now, either one of them is going to knock it over, or both of them going to knock it over, or neither. Let's see. Here's the leaf blower. as you can see, that was a leaf blower. That was 7.5 feet away. It took it a while. I fought with it. But at 6.5, 7.5 feet, so I'm gonna do it. That's impressive. From just $49 leaf blower up against 2 Master Blasters. Now, somebody said, well, the Master Blaster, you know, they made excuses for it. Like, you know, the leaf blower was blowing into the Master Blaster blowing into the leaf blower. Now I got the leaf blower by itself, and I got the Master Blaster with help from another Master Blaster. So they double teaming the leaf blower. And the leaf blower should not have no problem. You know, like somebody said, the sponge in the back of the Master Blasters are supposed to act as a check valve, which I doubt very seriously, but that's what they claim. So let's see if the Master Blaster can knock over that same block from 7.5 feet away. All right, here we go. Seven and a half feet away, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 Master Blasters struggling to do the same thing that 1 leaf blower could do. So, which one was the most powerful? Both of them struggled at 7.5 feet away. Both of them. So, $49 versus $800. And if you can find some off of Craigslist or something like that, you can probably get 2 of them for $400 if you're lucky. But you still got to buy the Y pipe to be able to hook them together. Still got to buy about $10 worth of metal to be able to strap both of them together. If you look at how they strap together here, I connected the front 2 tires together for the first 2 wheels together there, and then on the back I just ran a metal rod all the way through so that they would both be tied together, and put 1.25 inch, you know, piece of tubing, metal tubing in between them to kind of stiffen it up some and, you know, make it strong. Bolted the Y pipe down with a screw on each side. Ran the rod across the top. Ran another one across the back. And it's pretty stiff, you know, unless you drop it on the ground or something. Also, to make it operate better, I put an extension pipe on it. It's about 20 inches long, running out of the end of the hose. That's give me more reach so that it won't scrape the top of the car when I'm trying to reach across it. It won't, you know, the rubber won't hurt it, but I just don't like to touch it at all. So, you know, as you can see, that's a push. So I don't really want to scratch it because, you know, a scratch costs like hell to fix. So I don't want to have to fix it till I get at least 100 more scratches on it. But anyway, that concludes part 2. You tell me. To me, it seemed like they putting out the same amount of power with 2 Master Blasters as that 1 leaf blower. I don't know how that Master Blaster didn't just knock fire from the leaf blower with 2 of them hooked together. Matter of fact, I'm going to push it out a little further. Now we talking 8.5 feet. All right, it's 8.5 feet. And here's the leaf blower from 8.5 feet. All right, and here we go. Didn't do anything, barely shook it a little bit. All right, now for the Master Blaster. Here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Both of them would knock it over at 7.5 feet, but at 8 feet, neither one of them would knock over the pipe, over the block. So, there you have it. I would like to hear your comments to let me know if you think, how do you think one Master Blaster is more powerful, have more wind velocity than a cheap $49 Black & Decker leaf blower, when two of them combined together only had the same output as the leaf blower? You saw it for yourself. So, you know, what's the deal here? That concludes part 2. Let me know if you think I should run another test in order to convince everybody that the leaf blower puts out more power than one Master Blaster by itself if you run two Master Blasters together and both of them can only knock over a block from 7.5 feet away. 8 feet, neither one of them would knock it over. Let me know what you think.